All right, it's time for our 5-on-5 for today. And today we're going to kick it up a notch with our own body weight. So we have 5 exercises, just our body weight, maybe a wall for a little bit of balance. So we have a woodchop squat that we're going to do, a crescent lunge with a hinge, a side kick, a sumo hold, or teapots. If those of you who have done yoga with me, some of these are going to look a little bit familiar. And then we're going to do a V-sit with counter rotation exercise. Once our legs would feel tired from everything else, we'll take it to the floor. So let's go learn how to do these. So we're going to start with our woodchop squat. We want our feet about hip width apart. We're going to bring our hands together. We're going to inhale, bring them up overhead. And as we exhale, sit the hips back, swing the arms, in this case to the right side, and then bring it back up. Now, what we don't want to do as we're doing this is swing our hips out. Therein lies the core challenge to keep our pelvis level. So use the muscles of our abdomen and thoracic spine to get that rotation. And you don't have to sit back very far into your squat. Do what's comfortable and appropriate for you. We don't want to be coming forward either. But now we put a whole bunch of unnecessary strain on our spine and lower back. If you want to kick it up a little bit of a notch, a little further, as you inhale, you can raise up onto your toes and coming down, add a little more balance component, a little more lower body strengthening and activation. And of course, after you've done one side for however long you might want to, you can do the other side, or you can choose to alternate. Next up, we're going to do a crescent lunge with a hinge, or hinging to runner's pose. So if you've done yoga with me, this is going to look very familiar, like it or not. So I'm going to step my left foot back, the heel stays up, and I'm going to drop down into lunge as much as is comfortable. Maybe for you that's up here, and for right now, that's okay. Dropping down where it's comfortable. My left quads are active, keeping that back leg straight. Knee is over the ankle on the right side. I'm going to inhale, bring my arms up, not popping the ribs. Inhale the arms up. And as I exhale, I'm hinging forward, staying long in the spine, coming down to runner's pose, not resting on the thigh. And then we inhale, hinge back up. Exhale, nice hinge back down. And as we're doing this, we want to make sure, again, just like the first one, we don't wing our hip out. That hip and knee should stay right lined up together. And you'll notice the activation in the stretch, especially if you're tight, as you're hinging forward. That back heel, a nice little balance component. And you can go for reps on that side or time, and then when you're done, switch it over to the other side. Then we have our side kick. This might be something where maybe you want a wall or a chair to help you balance if you need it. But just to start, our planted foot, in this case my right one, is going to stay facing directly forward. Now when we feel unbalanced, we have a tendency to want to turn it out. But that actually decreases the contact area, the surface area where we're contacting in the hip, so we actually decrease our stability. We start to grind down on areas in the hip of the joint that we don't want to. So keep that foot facing forward. We're up tall. And just start to hinge a little bit, a little lean to the side, keeping that right hip locked in place. First progression is all we do. Keeping that ankle flexed. We don't want to point the toes. We're pressing that heel, activating the quads, glutes, and hamstrings as we extend. As we get a little better, we can go a little higher, maybe a little faster. So we're kicking it up a notch. And then we have our sumo teapots, our hold with our side lengtheners. So for these, we're going to turn our toes out a little bit. We're going to come down into a squat, and that's sitting the hips back. We want to make sure that we're not letting our knees cave in. So if you feel that happening, rise up a little bit. If you don't have the flexibility in your adductors, your inner thigh muscles, you might need to be up a little bit higher until you've improved in that department. So glute meads, backs, outer edges of the hips are active to keep those knees open. You drop down as much as is comfortable. We're going to bring the arms out to the side, shoulders relaxed. And as we inhale, right arm comes up, lengthening the right side. Exhale, back to center. And then the other side. And as we're doing this, we want to take care that we're not just dumping in to the opposing side. You want to stay long on both sides. So we're not crunching on our vertebrae. Our chest cavity is nice and open so we can breathe effectively and efficiently. Holding our squat. And then bringing it back up. And lastly, our last exercise, we're going to take it to the floor. Give our legs a little bit of a break. So we're going to do our V-sit with some counter rotation. So I'm seated, my feet are together, my knees are together. I'm up tall. We're going to start to hinge back, keeping the chest open, spine lengthened and aligned until I feel activation in the midsection. And that could be at different points for everybody. So listen to your body and do what works for your body. So I'm hinging back. And once I found that point, I'm going to bring my arms forward. Inhale, right arm out to the side. Exhale, back to center. And then the left. So this is a great counter rotation exercise because what we have a tendency to want to do is when we bring our arm to the side, we might want to open. Or we might notice that our body wants to start to follow that arm. Keep everything facing forward. Just work from the shoulder blade. And you'll feel that little extra bit of activation through the left side, through our obliques, through the multifidi, through our low back. And of course, if you'd like to kick it up a notch a little bit more, you can bring your feet up and do the same thing. Keeping yourself moving with the breath nice and steady, making sure that the knees stay together. If we are weaker through the abdomen, we have a tendency to want our lumbar spine stabilizers, or what some people call the hip flexors, to take over, and we'll start to bring the knees apart, and we'll put the majority of the work there. That's not what we want to do. Keep it in the abdomen. If that means keeping your feet down, just strengthen here until your body understands the exercise, and that's what you do. No big deal. You'll be better off for it. And so, those are our kicked up 5-on-5 today with our body weight. So we had our woodchop squat, the crescent lunge with the hinge, our side kick, use the wall or something to balance on if you need to. The sumo squat hold with the side lengtheners are our little teapot exercise. And our counter rotation V-sit. And as you're doing these, always make sure that your form is where it needs to be, that spinal alignment is maintained, so adjust as necessary, and go for the amount of time or reps that is appropriate for you and appropriately challenging. Don't sacrifice form because you want to do a more advanced version or you want to go longer because you're not helping yourself. You're not helping yourself in the long run. So do what you can do now and progress from there. We'll see you on the next one.